Rosie is a little pink tank engine. She was puffing happily along the countryside. One morning, Rosie puffed into the docks. Thomas was there. "Hello, Rosie," said Thomas. "You look happy."
"Of course I am," said Rosie, "because Sir Topham Hatt has asked me to help out."
"That's nice," said Thomas.
"If you need help with anything," said Rosie, "I'll be happy to help out."
"Thank you," said Thomas, and he puffed away. Then Bill and Ben chuffed in.
"Hello, Bill and Ben,"
said Rosie. "Hello, Rosie," said Bill. "You seem excited," said Ben.
"Of course I am,"
said Rosie.
"because Sir Topham Hatt has asked me to help out."
"That's nice," said Bill. "Maybe you can help me because my brother Ben is always difficult." Ben heard Bill, and he was cross. "I'm not difficult," said Ben crossly. "You are." "No, I'm not," said Bill. "You are." "No, you are," said Ben.
"Okay, maybe it's enough arguing. I understand twins argue a lot,"
said Rosie. Bill and Ben were embarrassed. Yeah, I guess so." And then they puffed away. Then Rosie puffed out of the docks. Then Donald and Douglas were carrying some loads. And then they started arguing.
"Stop being so pushy, Donald,"
said Douglas crossly.
"I'm not being pushy," said Donald crossly. "You're the one that's going too fast." "No, because you're the one that's pushing me," said Douglas crossly. "No, you're the one that's pulling me," said Donald crossly.
The twins kept on arguing and arguing that some of their loads spilled and went onto the tracks. But Donald and Douglas didn't know. They were too busy arguing, and they weren't paying attention. Rosie was huffing happily along. And then she saw the pipes that were on the tracks.
"Oh no!"
cried Rosie. She slammed on her brakes, but it was too late. Rosie hit the pipes with a loud crunch, and then she came right off the tracks. Rosie felt terrible.
"Oh no!"
cried Rosie.
"Now I'm off the tracks. I have not helped out at all."
Then there was trouble. Daisy was coming by, and she was going fast. Then there was trouble. Daisy also hit the pipes, and then she derailed and came right off the tracks. Rosie was surprised.
"Oh my, Daisy,"
said Rosie.
"Are you okay?"
"I think so," said Daisy. Then there was trouble. Lady and Edward were puffing by. Rosie heard Lady and Edward.
"Oh no! Lady and Edward are coming. We must stop them,"
said Daisy. Rosie blew her whistle.
"Stop!"
cried Rosie. Lady and Edward slammed on their brakes, and they stopped just in time. Lady was surprised.
"What happened here?"
asked Lady. "Don't worry," said Edward. "I'll go and get help." And then Lady and Edward went to go get help. Lady and Edward collected Rocky. And they arrived to help Rosie and Daisy back on the tracks. At last, Rocky lowered the two engines back onto the tracks.
"Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Lady,"
said Rosie. "Don't worry, Rosie," said Rocky, "'cause you know me. I am always there to help."
"And don't worry, Rosie," said Lady. "I'm also always there to help you too."
Then later on, Rosie was having a great day. But Donald and Douglas weren't.
"This is all your fault, Donald," said Douglas. "You were pushing too hard from the back." "No, it's your fault, Douglas," snapped Donald. "You're the one who was pulling too hard from the front." "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did." "No, I didn't. Now pull me back on the tracks,"
snapped Douglas. Donald tried pulling, and he pulled.
"Oh, help, Donald," said Douglas.
"I'm trying," said Donald, "but you're too heavy." Then Rosie puffed in. worry, said Rosie. I'm here to help you. And then Rosie pulled with all her strength to pull Douglas back on the tracks. At last, Douglas was back on the tracks. Hooray, said Douglas.
Thank you, Rosie, said Douglas.
Yes, thank you, Rosie, said Donald.
You really helped out.
No problem, said Rosie. Anytime. Rosie also helped the other engines. She helped Duck up the hill when he got stuck. She also got diesel oil for Ari and Bert when they ran out.
Thank you, Rosie, said Ari and Bert. You really helped out.
My pleasure, said Rosie. I'm always here to help you. And the three engines laughed.